What's up, everyone, and welcome to Bruh Talk. If you're new to the channel, I thank you for tuning in. If you're returning to the channel, cheers to you. As always, I'm gonna make this short and sweet, nice and neat for you. So without further delay, let's get right into it. All right, so The Last of Us is finally out on HBO Max. It's been a long time coming, and it is the live action adaptation of a video game for the PlayStation that got a whole lot of buzz when it first came out. It stars Pedro Pascal, Bella Ramsey, Storm Reed, and a host of others that obviously don't appear all in episode one. But continuing, going into this, I didn't quite know what to expect. I never really played the games. I didn't know what the story was about. I didn't know how the characters acted, what they were like. I didn't even know their names for real. But judging from that first episode, I would assume that I'm in for quite a fucking ride. Coming from a newbie standpoint, I must say that I really am liking the tone and the atmosphere of the story. The world is a pretty dark one, as you would expect when civilization crumbles. But I like so far how there is really no one doing better than the other person next to him or whatever the case may be. Everyone is struggling to survive, and I really like that this show shows that and makes it crystal clear that no one is striving here. I don't know how the game start, but in episode one, they threw a lot right at us, but they did it in such a way where it wasn't overwhelming. Within the first 30 minutes or so of the episode, I felt I knew a bit about the threat. I felt I knew a little bit about Joel's family dynamic with his daughter, and I'm assuming Tommy is his brother. I think that's his brother. Well, yeah, him and his brothers, and even with his neighbors and the people in his community. They didn't shy away from that. I also like how this show went about introducing the actual threat. Usually in so many shows, they'll switch to someone else POV and we'll see the threat from a military standpoint or some shit like that. Nah, not this time. On The Last of us, the audience, for us people who don't know what the hell is going on anyways, experiences this shit just like the characters do by hearing radio snippets of radio conversations or just hearing the military go about their business. um I didn't I like how they didn't take the easy route at introducing this as well. They could have just put text on the screen and called it a day, but they didn't do that, and I appreciate it. John Hannah also popped up in this episode, and obviously I thought that shit was cool as hell. Haven't really seen him since Spartacus. And even though he was on the screen for a brief period of time, the monologue he gave was so crazy that by the time he was done, I was looking just as baffled as the characters on the screen. Pedro Pascal as Joel works so good, at least for someone like me who knows nothing. They did a pretty big, time skip in this episode. And I like the fact that they explained without actually explaining that Joel had to do some shit. Now we could all expect that somebody surviving 20 years in a shitty world will have to go and do some foul shit, but they did it in a way where you could still feel the humanity in him. He's not RoboCop. You could tell that he's still battling with all the things he's no doubt done, plus the events that happened in that episode. It's just no spoilers, so I'm not gonna go too deep into it. Bella Ramsey as Ellie was also good, bit of a shit talker, and what I would expect from a girl in her particular situation. When you grow up in a world like the world she's in, you kind of got to expect her to be willing to get her hands dirty. Overall, I really enjoyed this episode of The Last of Us. It now adds a little bit more flavor to my Sunday since Walking Dead and House of the Dragon ended. So thanks for that, because that was a boring ass day, I will say that. But I'm excited to see where this show goes next. Hopefully it keeps up this same um tone and pace and atmosphere. If so, I'm all here for it. I thoroughly enjoyed that first episode, and I'm truly excited to see more. All right, that's my review for The Last of Us, episode 1. I hope you all have enjoyed. As always, I thank you all for watching. It helps me out a lot, but not as much as you leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. Make sure y'all do that. I thank you very much. If you've seen The Last of Us, though, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Let me know if it was accurate to the video games, and I want to know what you thought about it overall. As always, it's been a pleasure. I thank y'all for watching, and until next time, cheers.